Hey, what is up guys? So we're going to be doing some test hands for Shaddoll Dinos today. I've done a test hand video in the past before, but since this is an upgraded deck, I figure I might as well do it. If you guys haven't checked out the deck profile yet, definitely check it out. It's in the description box below. But of course, the deck's already partially shuffled, so let's just try a few turns going first and second and see how we go. Alright, as you can see, definitely a huge restriction here. We can't really do too much. However, what we can still do is go for the double evolution pill, which we could get rid of Giant Rex and the Effect Veiler, banish them off, and we could still bring out our dragon, or rather, our ultimate conductor. But in this case, we could also special summon back the Giant Rex, which is definitely quite nice. We can still normal summon the Miscellaneousaurus technically, overlay these two, and of course we can go for our Dolka or our Lagia. In this case, Lagia is the better option. So overall, not too bad of an option there. So let's try one more time. Alright, so that first one was really easy, really quick. So let's do another one. Alright, very interesting in this particular hand here. As we can see, we can bait out our opponent with the Fossil Dig. If they don't negate it, then that's fine. We'll just search for something else. We already got Miscellaneous and the Oviraptor, which is definitely very nice. But in this particular case, we could search out something else. So let's go for, let's see, another dinosaur monster. Perhaps we could go for the Giant Rex. And although it might seem bad to actually add Giant Rex with this, in this particular case it's okay, because if we have double evolution pill, we can definitely do some things here. So let's normal summon the Oviraptor and use its effect to send Coatless to the graveyard, or Ovitex, adding our double evolution pill. Now it is tempting in this case. Do you want to get rid of the Ash to bring out a strong monster, or do you want to do something else? In which case I'll actually go for double evolution pill, getting rid of Ash as well as the Giant Rex, which will just special summon itself anyway. But we can bring out the ultimate conductor. We can overlay these two, which will ultimately go for our Eagle's Lagia. That's definitely one of your options. Or you could go for the Baguska as a store option as well. So that's definitely something you could do there. But overall, very similar to the first hand. I was hoping for more Shaddolls. Let's try one more. So far we haven't been seeing enough Shaddolls in our hands, so really hoping we could actually draw into some of them. But for now we'll just do whatever we can. Alright, so this one's actually a very good example to show you, because you have that kind of dilemma where you have Armageddon Knight and Oviraptor in the hand, so it makes you think, which one do you actually want to get rid of? Now, if you look carefully here, what you can see is quite a lot of potential. In this case, we can actually go for a double evolution pill, and I think Armageddon Knight is better as the target, so let's go for the Oviraptor here. This will allow us to ditch our Ovitex, which will allow us to search for a double evolution pill. So Overtex, and it searches for double evolution pill. So that's now in the grave. This is out here. You can activate the double evolution pill, of course, get rid of the Armageddon Knight, and you can get rid of Giant Rex. Special summons itself out, and of course you go for your ultimate conductor. Let's see, so from here we have a few other options as well. I mean, what we could do here is technically we have Shaddoll Hedgehog as an option. Let's think about this carefully here. We could go for an El Shaddoll fusion actually, fusing the Shaddoll Hedgehog, and it's interesting, you want to bring out Oviraptor or do you want to send off the Giant Rex instead? You could go for Shekanaga or you could go for Winder. Those are your two choices here. But either way, we're going to be adding a Shaddoll monster from our deck to our hand anyway. I think I'll go for Winder in this case. Winder still seems like the better option in this particular scenario. So I'm going to bring out Winder. Yeah, I'll bring out Winder. And then of course, Hedgehog will add a monster from our deck to our hand. So we could actually add whatever we want. We could add Dragon. At the same time, we could also add some other things as well. You could add Beast as well, I think. So we'll put back Dragon, we'll add Beast. That way, Ultimate Conductor can actually activate whenever during your opponent's turn to flip their monsters by destroying Beast, and when Beast is destroyed you could draw another card if you wanted to as well. So it's definitely quite nice there, but Window will definitely lock them out and you have a pretty good setup there. Alright, so now let's actually try going second and see how we go. I feel like this has better potential as an OTK deck rather than a good setup beginning deck. So overall it's pretty nice, because what this means is if you lose rock paper scissors, it doesn't really matter. Most likely your opponent wants to go first, so your deck will definitely prevail in the majority chances here, because this deck does actually favor going second. Alright, so going second here, definitely, as you can see, this is really amazing. So firstly, let's assume that our opponent does actually have an extra monster, or an extra deck monster on the board. So we're going to go for the Shaddoll Fusion. This will allow us to instantly send cards from the deck to the grave. Now let's see what we have. We have Beast already here. So in this particular case we could send some different things. Now our opponent most likely has spells and traps, so we could send Shaddoll Dragon to the hand, right? It's definitely a good option. And at the same time, we have double evolution pill, so we want some fodder, but we could also add a second double evolution pill. Of course, we can only activate one per turn, but even so, it's still not too bad. Bit of deck thinning, so Overtext Coatless, get rid of that. So overall, we're able to go into a potential window here, which I don't know if that's particularly the choice you want to go for, but it's not too bad at all. Or we could go for something else as well. For example, like I said before, we can go for Grista. So in this case, you would send a Miscellaneousaurus instead, which would be your fire target. And so you can go for Grista. Reason why I want to go for Grista is because she actually has this cool, I guess, negation effect of the summons. Oh, actually, now I'm thinking about it, it's really interesting. You know why? We are actually going second. We can OTK the opponent. Why not just go for Construct? I mean, Construct is definitely a better option here. So we send a light monster instead. So we just send the Effect Veiler, right? So Effect Veiler, and then we can destroy one of the opponent's spell traps. And then, of course, here is Construct's effect right here. I don't know why it's not focusing. So let me just focus up. But basically, if this card is special summon, you can send a Shaddoll card from your deck to your graveyard. And then at the start of the damage step, if it battles a special summon monster, you can destroy that monster. So, you know, it's a really nice card to help you accelerate your gameplay. So let's send a Shaddoll card to the graveyard. We could send Shaddoll Hedgehog, and then Shaddoll Hedgehog can then add some stuff as well. But at the same time, I kind of want to add Beast as well. So let's actually send Beast instead. So let's see, we'll send Beast, and by sending Beast, it allows us to draw a card. Alright, so we got Armageddon Knight, not particularly the best one, but we do still have Oviraptor, so we can still normal summon and use Oviraptor's effect to search. I'm sorry about the whole focusing here, it's definitely really weird. I guess it's maybe too dark. We could go for Doggeran to get rid of our opponent's big monster, and then of course Shaddoll Construct will destroy their own Doggeran as well, so that's definitely one of your options, but in this case we don't have to worry too much about that. We'll just pretend like they don't have anything. So let's think about this for a second. What do you have in your graveyard? You can't bring out your Tyranno, but you can bring it later on with Evolution Peel. So let's... interesting. We could actually add the Miscellaneousaurus again. We can discard it to protect our dinosaurs, and then what we can do is use double Evolution Peel, get rid of the giant Rex, as well as one of our Shaddoll monsters, and from there Giant Rex will special summon itself back, and we could bring out Ultimate Conductor, and that looks pretty good. I mean, we could do quite a bit of damage here. Alright, so let's continue on. Alright, so this hand is quite bad, because we can see we have 2 evolution pills, and yet for some reason we have the overtext here as well, so quite unfortunate. basically means he's kind of a dead card, but you can summon him off the evolution pill, so I guess, I don't know, but overall you don't get his effect anymore, which is quite unfortunate. But overall, let's just normal summon out the Oviraptor and then search. Perhaps we'll go for the... I mean, at this point it's pretty interesting what we could go for. We already have the double evolution pill, we also got Squamata as well. So you got a few options here, but what I think I'll do here is I'll actually add the Giant Rex to the hand. So now that I've actually added it to the hand, what I could do is actually fusion summon. So we could go for the El Shaddoll fusion, and we could fuse this Squamata together with the Giant Rex, which will allow us to go into our let's see, what do we want to go for here? We're going for Earth, so we'll most likely go into a Shekinaga. So we'll bring out in defense, and then from there we could activate the double evolution pill, where we could actually banish off the Giant Rex, which gets special summoned back, and we'll banish off the Squamata. Of course, we can't forget about Squamata's effect as well. When it was sent to the graveyard, it allows you to send another Shaddoll card from your deck to the grave. So we'll send off we'll actually send off Beast, because we could actually get a draw out of it. So we'll send Beast and we'll shuffle and draw. Alright, so we managed to get Shaddoll Fusion, not too bad, but overall, like I said, continuing off with the double evolution pill, the Giant Rex gets banished, comes back, Squamata also gets banished, and we'll go for a, you could either go for the Ultimate Conductor, or you could even go for the Ovitex as well. That is definitely quite an option you could actually try out here. Let's see, I don't know about this. I mean, Ovitex is not bad, so we could negate, or we can just stop. But then again, I'll go for the Ultimate Conductor in this particular scenario here. Ultimate Conductor could destroy either Giant Rex or the Coatless in your hand, but then again, you don't want to reveal that you've already got the other one here as well. But I think this is definitely a really good option here to go with. And obviously, you could put this in attack. Since we're going second, we could attack a bunch as well, so it's definitely a nice choice there. Alright, so let's do one more final test hand and we'll finish things off. Alright, so this one's definitely really interesting. As we can see, we can definitely do quite a bit of things here. We have Miscellaneousaurus to protect us, but at the same time we also have the Oviraptor as well. Now, of course, we are going second, so we can actually assume that the opponent actually has a monster in the extra monster zone. It's very likely, so with that case, we'll assume that's the case here, and we'll activate Shaddoll Fusion, allowing us to send monsters directly from the deck. Now, of course, you have the different options here. You have Overtex, which is definitely a really good one. But of course, if you go for Overtex, that means you're going for Winder, in which case it's going to be very bad for you, because that's going to be very restricting. So you might want to go for something else instead, in which case I'm thinking, well, we're going to have to send a Shaddoll monster to begin with. So you have the option to either send Beast to the graveyard, but you can also send a Dragon in case the opponent has some sort of spell trap on the field. So Dragon would be a good option, but at the same time, you could also go for Giant Rex as well. That could actually work. I mean, I think that's alright, yeah. We'll go for Giant Rex, and we'll send off... Well, it doesn't really matter what Shaddoll, but I'm actually going to just go for the risk and go for the Shaddoll Beast. I mean, it's not really a risk, we're just going to draw into it. And then we draw one. Nice, we get the double evolution pill. That's exactly what we wanted to draw there, so that was definitely really awesome. But of course, now we can normal summon the Oviraptor, and oh wait, hold on, we have to bring out our monster first, so we bring out Shekinaga. So now we have Shekinaga on the board. We'll normal summon the Oviraptor, and what's awesome is, yeah, we have pretty good stuff here. Oviraptor will definitely allow us to either search or ditch something to the graveyard. We could easily just ditch the Overtex to get the double evolution pill, though we already managed to actually draw into one, so it's no longer a big deal. So we could actually add something else instead, and in this particular scenario I'm thinking maybe we'll just add our Ultimate Conductor. So here's the Ultimate Conductor. We'll add it to the hand, and then we'll also activate the Fossil Dig, because Fossil Dig can do other things as well. So in this case, let's see, what can we actually get here? Well, Thing is this, at the very beginning of the turn, you could also go for the Prankotrops as well, so you could also special summon that out, which means you would technically have 3 monsters on the board right now, so we'll just assume that particular case there. And then let's just search out another dinosaur monster off the Fossil Dig, so perhaps we'll go for, it's very hard to say what we can actually go for here. I mean, we could bring out another Oviraptor, but at the same time we also got another Miscellaneousaurus. I think what I'll do is I'll actually discard the Miscellaneousaurus, simply to just protect our dinosaurs for now. And then I think what I'll do is I'll also add a Miscellaneousaurus to the hand as well, just for next turn as well. A lot of preparation, and it will definitely be a really good thing to do there. But of course we now have the things we need, so let's go for the double evolution pill. We'll activate it, and we're going to banish off the Giant Rex, which will special summon itself back out again, and we'll also banish off the Shaddoll Beast as well. Or actually, we could go for something else. No, forget that. We'll banish off the Shaddoll Beast, of course, but we'll also get rid of the Miscellaneousaurus from our hand, and that way we can bring out the Ultimate Conductor from our deck. So we'll bring this out, and then from there what we'll do is we can then banish the 2 dinosaur monsters, Giant Rex and Miscellaneous, from the graveyard to special summon out our other one, and then Giant Rex will simply just come back. So overall you got like this huge ass board, just to go off some crazy plays right here, so that's definitely not quite nice. One thing I also realized, you got 3 level 10 monsters, so technically you could also overlay to go into your Gustav Max, burn the opponent. You could also do a few link plays, you could also go for an XC summon, but overall you got like this really crazy board just for game right now, so definitely really nice. Also, since you went second, the opponent also most likely was stopped by your Vela at one point as well, so ultimately very good board that we actually got, so nice way to end things off here. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed this test and video. It was definitely much longer than usual, so depending on how long this video ultimately turned out, it might be cut into parts 1 and 2, parts 1 for going first, parts 2 for going second. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.